Okay, guys, so for today's class, we're going to talk about a really important component in interpersonal communication, which is our emotions. So first, I want to discuss 5 characteristics of emotions, but I would like to describe one of my trips, which was 5-6 years ago, when I kind of go through these 5 characteristics of emotions. So this trip, I would say it's one of the most amazing trips I've had in my life. So I want to talk about this, my personal trip to a place called Wave. Some of you probably have heard this place before. I guess if you have seen the picture or image of this place, you will never forget it because it looks really amazing. So it was probably almost 1 decade ago. One day I accidentally came across a picture like this. So when I saw this picture, I was so obsessed with this place, and I really want to go to this place and check it out in person. And this place really looks amazing, right? So I tried to Google it. I want to learn more about this place. So after checking the information online, I've got 2 pieces of information. So first I learned this place is called Wave, and I've got 2 pieces of information. The first one is good news. Second one is not very good, bad news. So the good news I learned is that this place, this Wave, is located in the United States. And at that time, I was also in the United States. So it's pretty nearby. I can go to this place by a 2 hour flight. That is a good thing. The second piece of information is that the management office of this place, they want to protect this place. So this place was not made to public entirely. So the management office, they only offer like 20 permits per day. So these 20 permits mean exactly 20 people, not 20 groups of people. So only 20 people with this permit can go to this place and check it out in person. So let me talk a little bit more about these 20 permits. 10 of them are coming from the internet. So they hold a huge pool on the internet, and you can go to this pool and do the lottery with the management office. But this internet pool is huge. Probably 1,000 people per day compete for these 10 permits. And the other 10 permits, they do this lottery every day. They do this kind of walk-in lottery in their office in Arizona. So me and my husband, I was trying really hard to, ask my husband to go to this place. And finally, I think in the year of 2015, in the spring break, me and my husband, we finally decided to, go to this place and give it a try. So we want to do this walk-in lottery because we thought it might be easier. And we flew to a small town nearby the Wave, and we decided to stay there for 3 days. So we planned to try 3 times. So this is how they do this lottery. So every morning at 8 o'clock, we got to go to the management office, fill in the application form, and they would give us a number, and then they do this lottery. So this is the way they would do the lottery. Remember, each of the groups got a number. So they put all the numbers in this small cage, and this guy, this stuff, he would spin this cage until the first ball jump out of this cage. And they will kind of count how many spots have been taken, and kind of kept spinning this cage until all the spots are taken. So on the first 2 days, we were totally out of luck. And this is how the office looked like. There were almost like 150 people in this room competing for these 10 permits, for these 10 spots. And we really got disappointed because, by just looking at, this room, we know that the chance is so minimal. And I remember I talked with a guy there in this office, and he had been there for like doing this lottery for 8 times and never got lucky. So, like I said earlier, on the first 2 days, we left the office really disappointed. And we thought, I even thought that probably we should give up because I can't see any hope. I can't see any chance for the third day. But my husband, he insisted to give it a final try on the third day. So on Thursday, 8 a.m., we went to the office, and I remember we got our application number 38. And at that time, I was a little bit kind of shaking because I got some kind of weird feelings. I got some kind of prophecies. And while this cage kept spinning, the first ball jumped out of this cage, and this stuff, he picked up this ball and he read 38. Well, I'm pretty sure that this guy read this number in a very normal way, with a very normal speed. But I had a biased feeling that he paused for such a long time before he finished the last digit 8. Very exciting, right? And after I heard the number was 38, that is exactly the number we got. And it really kind of took me a few seconds to confirm it. Is it true? Is it us? So I really need some time to process this information, to interpret this message, to confirm it. And that is the first characteristic of emotions, which is emotions happen after interpretation of the event through perceptions. Okay, so after we pay attention to something happening in the reality, and then we want to make sense of it, we want to interpret it. And after it, we may have some emotions. That is the first feature of emotions. It happens after interpretation of the event through our perceptions. And after we confirmed it is us, we got the permit for that day. I've had some kind of physiological reactions, such as I was shaking even harder, and I felt my eyes a little bit wide, and I can even hear that my heart was beating really hard. So that is the second characteristic of emotions, which is people would become physiologically aroused. They may experience some physical or biological reactions on their body. And after I kind of calmed down a little bit, I looked back at my husband. He was standing behind me. And I can tell he was also very excited, and he was kind of smiling at me, and we high-fived with each other. And that is the third characteristic of emotions, which is people communicate their emotions, their reactions through verbal and non-verbal displays. So we look at each other, we smiled at each other, and we high-fived with each other. That is the way we communicate our emotions and accompanied reactions. But note, we didn't scream, we didn't hug each other. We were trying really hard to keep our reactions in a small scale. We didn't want to kind of have really big reactions. Why? What is the reason? Well, we need to consider others. There were like more than 100 people who probably wouldn't get a chance to check out this place in person. So we want to manage our emotion in an acceptable way. That is a fourth characteristic of emotion. That is, people attempt to manage reactions in a way which is acceptable in relation to accepted norms. So in other words, put it into a simple way, we want to manage our emotions. We don't want to vent all the emotions out. We want to manage our emotion or regulate our emotions in an appropriate way. And after everything was pretty smooth, and we kind of sent some kind of like a contract with the management office, and we got our secret mic, we got our permit, and we plan to go to the place in the second day. So after we stepped out of the management office, I immediately post a kind of a picture on Chinese social media. We call it WeChat. And if some of you can read Chinese, this sentence I said, I've been waiting for today for such a long time, and finally all the dreams come true. And this is this green card is our very precious permit. I still kept it today at my house. I even put 3 years here to show I was really excited. And this is a lesser feature of emotions, which is people clearly know what kind of emotions they are experiencing. That is a lesser feature of emotions. People are able to label the experience as emotional by assigning an emotion such as joy or anger to it. So in this situation, I was able to recognize I was experiencing this excitement emotions, and I was able to name it. So these are the 5 characteristics of emotions, and this will surely be on the exam, so please remember them. And here, this is me taking this picture at this spot. It was such a beautiful, amazing place. If you get a chance, make sure you check out this place. Give it a try. And if you want to learn more about this place, Wave is located at the border of the Utah State and Arizona State. And its official name is North Coyote Buttes. And I've got their official website here if you are interested in it. Okay, so we've talked about these 5 characteristics of emotions. Here I want to talk about 2 categories of emotions, the primary emotions and blended emotions. So first I want to talk about the primary emotions. Before I show you guys what are the 6 primary emotions, I want to talk about how the researchers identified these 6 primary emotions. So this will be on the exam, how the researchers identified these 6 primary emotions. So what they did is when they found, when they kind of, look at, examine the people's emotions, they found that no matter where you come from, no matter which culture or which countries people are coming from, when people in this whole universe experienced these 6 emotions, they would have exactly same facial expressions, and the people use the identical facial muscles when they experience or express these 6 emotions. So this is the way the scientists identified these 6 primary emotions. Okay, so again, they found when people experience these 6 emotions, they have the exactly same facial expressions. They use the same facial muscles to express these 6 emotions. And what are these 6 primary emotions? Let's take a look. They are. Do you want to make a guess? They are happiness, sad, fear, anger, surprise, and disgust. Okay, so these are the 6 primary emotions. And in next video, I'm going to talk about what are blended emotions.